to the message of condolence by the Inspector General. To Mrs. Karen Auma Oduor, condolence message for the late number 12525, Inspector Reservist George Oduor Nyangira. It was with profound shock and deep sorrow that I received the sad news of the passing of Inspector Reserve George Oduor Nyangira, an officer of the National Police Reservist, which occurred on 2nd April 2025 while undergoing treatment in Nairobi West Hospital after a short illness. George Oduor joined the Kenya Police Service Reserve on 20th January 2009 and was later transitioned into the National Police Reservist, that is NPR, on 21st November 2022. As a National Police Reserve, he has served as personal security AD to the Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga, EGH, where he demonstrated unwavering dedication and commitment, serving with exceptional loyalty and professionalism. During his long, honorable career, he proved himself to be reliable, steadfast, and devoted to duty. He undertook and successfully completed VIP close protection training both locally and internationally, including courses in South Africa, Israel, and United States of America. These accolades are a testament to his capability, preparedness, and contribution to the security and welfare of his assigned role and our nation at large. We have indeed lost a dedicated officer, a patriot, and a man who served with honor. On behalf of the entire National Police Reserve and on my own behalf, I extend our heartfelt condolence to his family, friends, and colleagues. To the Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga and his family, we express our deepest sympathies and stand with you during this time of great loss. May the Almighty grant you strength and comfort. May the soul of Inspector George Oduor Nyangira rest in eternal peace. Signed by Douglas Kanja Kirocho, MGH, CBS, OGW, Inspector General, National Police Service. Thank you, and may God bless you.
Very well, thank you, sir. We are most grateful. Asante sana. We want to hear two very important tributes, and I will request that we be still. I sense a lot of movement. Kindly. Allow me now to invite Honorable Winnie Odinga to read a tribute on behalf of Her Excellency Canon Dr. Ida Odinga.
Good afternoon, everybody. As you've heard, my name is Winnie Odinga. To the family, to Karen, to the friends, the colleagues, and fellow mourners, Good afternoon once again. Many people knew George as Baba's bodyguard. But to us, he was not just Baba's aide. He was our brother. He was a true hero, taking care of Jacom and the family, saving our lives more time than we could count. If there were a medal for loyalty and honor, George would have a wall full of them. And so that's how I'll remember you, George. Cool, calm, collected, a man of true loyalty and honor, saving our world one day at a time. And to Karen, thank you for lending him to us over the years and graciously supporting us through all our trials and tribulations. As you've heard, I am not reading my own tribute to George. It's in the eulogy book. You can read it. Today I'm here in a capacity to read it on behalf of my mother, Dr. Ida Odinga. So here we go. And regrettably, they were unable to be here today. George Oduor, who has united us in grief these past few days, and whose name we gather here today, spent his teenage life in my home and grew up in my hands. I was privileged to see him transition from a boy to becoming a man, a strong man. As years passed and turned into decades of being a constant presence in our lives, George stopped being our employee. He became our son. His life and struggles became our life and struggles, just like ours became his. He became everyone's protector in the family and a rock around Baba. George's presence around Baba gave all of us comfort that all was well. Despite the disappearance of lines between him and us, George insisted on letting the lines be, to maintain the respect he had for his boss and for the rest of the family. As respectful as George was, he was also honest, trustworthy, reliable, alert, and focused. I remain deeply proud of the man George turned out to be, growing and changing with the changing circumstances of his boss, and ending his life as a dignified, respected, and fiercely professional security officer who ably navigated spaces between the high and mighty, as well as the lowest in society, always giving everyone the respect that they deserve. It is my hope that George could be an example to many young people trying to navigate their way in spaces similar to where George started. It is my hope that George's life could be a lesson to such young people that discipline, hard work, and focus pay. If someone asked me, as many are silently asking, did George get what he wanted from this life? My answer would be a solid yes. George liked the work. He liked the work and the man he was working for. I believe his greatest disappointment would have been to see Jacom struggling, campaigning, denied victory, being tear-gassed, and doing anything else without him. George believed in his boss, but more importantly, he completely believed in the possible outcome of the struggle his boss was waging. He may have been a bodyguard, tasked with no more than the personal safety of his boss, but George saw himself as part of something bigger, not just for Baba, but for the country. He believed he was a freedom and liberating fighter, and that Kenya needed liberation, which he believed his boss would deliver. I am sure George died satisfied that he did his part, and I am sure that given another chance, George would pick the struggle from where life cut his short. May God grant him mercy. That's the end.
Thank you, Mheshimiwa Winnie. Allow me now to invite a fine gentleman to read a tribute on behalf